Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Constracktion. The game is releasing today, so if you have the pleasure of actually owning it, this may help you get started on a couple things, because LaPierWare, the developer who's given me a key, has made some pretty significant changes since last time I played this. So let's check it out. First, map 1 is still about the same thing. It's just a tutorial. You will figure it out. Don't worry. It is more simple now, so that's good. But on map 2, we can actually see some bigger changes. A big change: if you play on easy, you do not have to worry about track or dirt management as much, because the track cars, for example, the one back here for the dirt, will always stay about 30% full if it's emptying, and if you drive slow enough, it will actually continually refill dirt, doesn't matter where you are. And if you go too full, above 60 or 80%, it will actually remove dirt from it too. So you generally never have to worry about dumping or bringing in more dirt if you don't feel like it. So you can concentrate just on track laying, which is wonderful. Same is true for the stake car. If the for the hard mode for refilling your track, you actually just have to park in the station, and it kind of does the same thing. And the rest is just like it was before. The connections that exist just are there. On hard, you effectively really just don't have any of the automatic track builder behaviors. You actually have to worry about managing your dirt and your track for yourself. That's totally fine. There was another feature that was added, which is important if you want to start planning something. I think the height down here has been there for a while, because someone put that in the comment on the other video, but this thing is new, adding a marker. Gives you a little big yellow sign that you can just follow to see where you're heading. So you can put those on your paths if you have a specific direction, if you have a specific height or a specific other thing, you can get to that relatively quickly. The map that we have here, there are two things that we want to connect today: the ore mine west and the steel mill down here. Never made it all the way to the steel mill, but we're going to see what happens today, because last time I tried this, it just worked. If you want to go super fast, set your time to super fast, because that's how fast you can actually run, and it makes my life a lot easier. The thing that you should figure out first, before you start moving too much, is what height is this track. So I'm just standing on this track, and it's telling me it's about 16 feet right here. That's where we're trying to head. Okay, knowing that, we can just head back to our locomotive in our super speed mode and see that up here we are at height about 0. You don't have to hit exactly 16 feet, but you want to get pretty close. Otherwise, the train's just not going to be happy about anything that you did. So we can hop on there. Something that I didn't show you, and my face is actually currently in front of it, is the coupling and decoupling mode that you can also play with here right below me, which you can apply that to the track layer machines. So there we can, let's see here, there we go. This is now uncoupled, and this is coupled. If you want to, you can use your mouse scroll wheel, or you can use the buttons that are down below. Either is totally fine, but that's not what we're here for today. If your track is low, and you can see how much track you have 1 mile currently. If your track is low, just come back to the station where we're currently sitting. Any of the 3 tracks will do, and you will get that refilled. Great. Now that the simple things are out of the way, how about we just try to connect something with the new mechanics, which are mostly about the grade, how the grade is laid out. Let's just get started here. We're going to set our radius to something that trains like a little more. We have a track here, and then to get started, I like to just run a little bit faster, because it makes my life a little easier, just to get a couple things done here. We don't want to be super fast, and we actually do want to start digging into the ground right away. So we're going to go to -1.5 degrees, and we will also start turning here. And this is the biggest feature change so far. Before, the game would not let you lay track unless there was a natural area in the ground that would actually let you do that. And we're going way too fast here. There was an actual area, or an actual natural slope in the ground that will let you do things, but we no longer have that available. And right now, you can just set it to whatever grade you want within 4 degrees, 4 degrees minus and 4 degrees plus, and it will just start heading at that degree. A cool thing is the game will actually set the grade exactly to the grade that you're starting on. In this case, we're going 1.5 degrees down. That's kind of what we're heading at. We're already at 10 degrees, so we're already lost, well, -10, obviously, because that's what -10 means, to get to our target of -16, which is excellent. When stuff like this happens, you can just go ahead and back up a little bit, because our current problem is we don't have enough dirt to do the next thing. And the way the game does it now is you actually have an excavator sitting right here, which is wonderful. Before we didn't have that. Before you had to try to find a mountain somewhere and dig into that a little bit, or do something else a little crazy. Now we can do this by applying a turnout. I'm just going to do a turnout to the right. There we go. That's a turnout that I wanted. But I don't actually like where the turnout is right now, because there's not a lot of dirt available right in that area. So let's go back a little more where we already have dug into the ground a little bit. This should be fine. Let's slow down. We're going to go forward now, steering us off. But once you stop, and you can only lay turnouts when you stop, you can start heading into that dirt, and that's what we wanted. Direction is good. Let's check the sign. Our switch is set to go right, not straight. That's good. Or to turn out from where we are. So that's all excellent. Direction is going the right way. We're just going to go forward. Remind the game that we don't have all day. And there we go. And this is now what we can do. So we're currently going 1.5 degrees, which is great. The turn that, or the steering that it has set is exactly the turn that the turnout has. And now we can just say, I want to dig into the ground. And you may be able to see that the train was making a little dip there. And this is how we can get very quick, very easy amounts of dirt just selected. And the game is telling us, hey, stuff is happening. Stop what you're doing. And it's actually giving you a pretty decent warning that if you react right away when it tells you almost full, you have a decent chance of actually stopping the train before it's too late. We were going just a little fast, but life is not bad. So let's remove some track by just switching this around. I'm just using my mouse wheel to turn this on and off. You can use buttons. You can also use, let's press 2 on your keyboard, this button right here for turning on and off the track selection. So that's all easy peasy, because I want to get my track back. That's really all. Direction is going backwards. That's good. Let's set our power up, and because this is going to take a couple minutes, otherwise we're just going to go nice and fast. And if you leave your track removal tool on, it will actually remove the turnout and switch at the appropriate time to get rid of your normal stuff. There you go. It's switched from lane track, and the turnout is disappeared. So you don't have to worry about taking track out right here. However, if you switch track laying or track removal on right now, yes, it will remove the track from right here. So don't do something you will regret later. We're setting our grade exactly to what we had earlier, because 1.5 degrees for trains seems to be fine. Direction is what we're going in, and then we can set our time to just catch up with the piece of track that's already there. The piece of track that we have here, and try not to go super speed. I find track laying is fine at about 10 kilometers per hour, or miles per hour, I suppose. So if you go a little over that, start slowing down. Start slowing down, because you also want to keep track of this. We're actually going to go up to 0 degrees, because as you can see, we actually have hit our 15.3 feet below ground marker. So we're very close. We just need about 1 more foot. We just have to be very aware of that. You can make this really nice and smooth if that is what you're into. Or you can just make this just barely good enough, which is what I'm more into. There we go. 15.5 feet. Still 15.5. 15.6. We're getting there. 15.7, 15.8, 15.9. And I'm going to keep it at 0 now. There you go. We should stay at these 16.1, whatever it is, feet. That should not give us many trouble, but you can see that the markers are actually starting to show up right here. Our dirt should not cause us trouble, because our cart is relatively empty. I'm going nice and slow. because I want to give myself a chance to actually make this happen. But my target right now is switching on, and I'm gonna try to do this. There we go. Switching on my turn right as we start touching the track, or the markers that we have there. And this is looking like we may be able to just get that done. I'm gonna go into the cab because this view should be good enough for what we want right now. Let's speed up a little bit. Just a tiny bit. We don't need music for this. And we should start seeing that, well, landing strip behavior type of thing that I talked about last time. Let's make this turn out a tiny bit bigger. That feels good. Yeah, we're gonna hit this. We're gonna hit this first try, no problem. In the old system, this was difficult because you couldn't dig, you couldn't really do that many things, especially in the beginning. There we go. There's the landing strip, and now the game has actually connected us, I think. Let's see. Are we connected? No, the game has not connected us. Okay, so if that happens, no problem. Let's turn our train around. We're going to start removing some track. We can speed this up a little bit, and really all we have to do is go back a tiny bit further than where the turn started, which should be just around there. Okay, let's stop this, go forward. Stop removing track, please, and thank you. Let's go that way. Here you go. And then we can try again. Really just means the turnout has to happen a tiny bit quicker, and then we should be okay. Also, I'm using 500-degree radius now. Why did I care about not using it before? Very simple, because there's some achievements in here, and if you scroll down, you can actually see them. You have a max complete without succeeding minimum radius of 700. We had 500 feet, so I can no longer get that achievement. But nobody has time for that, right? Good. just making sure that we're all on the same page. But there you go. We're kind of heading for the right thing. And now you can see it's actually, even in the turn, telling us that we're going to hit that thing, unless there's more code that is preventing us from doing the thing that we actually want to do. Let's see if the connection goes in. That looks like we got a nice little turnout right there, and that is interesting. I don't know why there's a switch right there, but there's a switch added right there. So now we have our first mine connected. Wonderful. Guess what you get to do next? The same thing again. Don't worry, it will be much more complicated than what we just did, because the track or the terrain all the way out to the steel mill is actually challenging, because it has a lot more ups and downs. No pun intended. Turn the thing around. Did you do it? I don't think you did. Nope, you didn't. All right, that has happened to me multiple times. Yeah, there was a switch that was on the other side. I just couldn't see it as well as I wanted to see it. But to get to the next part of the map, steel mill down here, we want to bring ore down to the steel mill. We do have to go that direction, which there's not much out there, but if you look here, I can't show you with my mouse, but right there, if I turn this screen off, that is the steel mill. That's where we're trying to head, and it is quite a ways away, so it will take us a little bit of work to make this happen. Let's speed up again. I did find that if you speed up and then hit the brakes and then speed up, the distance is actually shorter that it takes you to slow down, just in case you're curious about that tiny bit of optimization, cheating. I don't even know which one I have to talk about there, but it gets you going relatively well. There you go. We have that radius. We're only going 2 miles per hour, which is perfect, so I can actually make this one go a little faster. And there you go. And then once we feel good about whatever is going on, and you can see how slow this game actually can go if you wanted to, obviously you have a ton of time to react to anything that goes on. But it all also takes forever. Direction is going to be forward. Our switch is going to be switched. The rest should already be fine. So that's good. Let's get this thing on the road. Great. Before we go too far, obviously, we should actually slow down. There we go. And hop off the moving train, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Everyone knows that that is the right thing to do. And we're gonna go speed up again and look at what height we actually have to go out here. And this one is difficult because it actually has the connecting track. Where'd you go? The connecting track is right here. It's on the back side of everything else. But what height do we want to aim for? 16 meters up, not down. This is up 16, almost 17 meters, at least 16 and a half meters. So I know what I'm heading for there, but you can see, let's see here, there's our train. Okay, if we just go forward and lay a couple tracks, this is 20 feet, that's a little high. There's a hole right here, we have to get through that somehow. This is 10 feet below, and then this one is only 4 feet high, and as you can see, it's difficult. We're still at effectively 0 right here, and now we're actually getting up to 16 meter. So all we really have to aim for is somewhere here next to the track is the height, the final height that we actually want to end up at. So, okay, well, is it challenging? I don't know, but what path would you actually want to put here? Let's see, I want to look at kind of where this came from. And I wouldn't mind putting a marker here, more for, so don't know if I like where I'm heading right now, because there's a lot of stuff going on here, but effectively, it looks like right here. It's not perfect, but it's relatively flat. So if we can play relatively flat, I think we're going to have a relatively good time. That's kind of what I want to aim for from where we're starting. -7 feet, sure. This one kind of goes up and down, and then this one, yeah, okay. So this one wants to go 10 feet up right away, and then it wants to go 10 feet down. Effectively, it's just going straight and trying to hit your yellow signs. That's what we're really going for here, and we're going to see how that works out for us. Okay, radius-wise, I'm going to keep 500. I don't care about the achievements yet. That is for the hardcore players and for you to try out. But for right now, we should be fine with just making this work. So it's unleash the brakes are great. We cannot change while we're on unchangeable terrain. So you have to wait until you get close to something. We have a good amount of dirt, and there's a big hill coming up. So in this stage, I highly recommend going up just a little bit. It doesn't cost you that much dirt, and if you run straight into the mountain, you will have the problem of overloading your wagon right away, and you will have to figure out how to drop that off somewhere. We don't want that. Let's start slowing down, seeing what we can see. What's our dirt doing? Yeah, we're spending a good amount of dirt. And something that you can see is that this one bows down just a little bit. You can even see it from this side. That means that we're actually going to get rid of some of the dirt. And we want to kind of get up on this mountain, but not too high. It's kind of already leveling out. So this should be fine. And don't forget, there is a big hole right after this slight canyon that we also have to figure out how to get in and out. Let's go a little faster just for the time being. The game, yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. The game will tell us when we fill up too fast, before it's way too late. So we were able to track this out. Let's see. I don't actually want to remove too much dirt right here because we're also going to go down right away. But there's no way we can fit 20% more of dirt into our wagon at this point. So we don't have a choice. We have to back up and have to unload our stuff somewhere else. We don't have to unload all of it. I want to get to about 50% and we should be okay. So right here should be fine. Let's slow down, go forward. Very good. Let's build a turnout. I want one to the left. Did we get it? No, we did not get it. Try again. Really? You're gonna fight me? Is there a button out here? I don't think there's a button out here. I want a turnout to... Oh, do not like this? Build turnout. Oh, this is what I needed. Ha! I clicked the switch button and I meant to click the other button. But yeah, we want to move left. So that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to build up high until we hit about 50% of whatever's going on here. And then we're just going to come back, collect our track, and move on with our day. This looks good. Let's start making a high grade. Let's go a little slower. We don't have to do any of this. Again, all I need is to get to about 50%. At full grade, that shouldn't take all that long. We are going up on a hill, so it actually will take a little longer than I thought it would, but also not really a problem. Let's see what it looks like out here. Yeah, we're effectively flat, and we're even collecting a little bit of dirt. But with the new mechanics, it will go 4% forever, and it doesn't matter what's around us. So there we go. We're already seeing that difference right here, getting us to where we want to go. 70, 60, let's start slowing down, 55%. It's really close to where I want it to be, but let's just say that this is really where I wanted to have this. So now we build a mountain. You couldn't do this before. This is one of the biggest changes that I'm most excited about from the first time I played it. It was very playable, but this makes it much more enjoyable. So let's run this one down. So many times I went down the cliff on the first map. It was not funny anymore. Hey, I'm serious. 22 miles per hour, that's relatively fast. Go that way. Okay, so that worked. Wonderful. We're gonna go forward. Track refilled. If you play in hard, it will refill the track when you get to the station. Not sure if I said that correctly earlier, but it does do that. So be aware of that if that's something you run into. So there's our track layer doing the thing again. Let's get it all the way up to the end here. And remember, we have to get to 16 and a half feet for the steel mill. Almost full again. Don't say that. Don't say that. We're at 16, 17, and I can see stuff being a little funky. Let's do this. And by funky, I mean we're gonna run out of track here really fast, or out of dirt really quickly. So let's try to scurry. Yeah, that's better. To scurry around this crater a little bit, maybe even stay within the color coding there. And actually, I'm gonna do something because I don't like seeing those. Where you at? Lock, unload. I don't like seeing those. It's not here. It's not here. Change language, credits, community, settings. I'm pretty sure that at some point I was able to disable the telephone pole, but I don't see that option anymore. Mouse sensitivity, music, I don't have any. Inverting the mouse axis, no. Steer right, steer left, screenshot. Maybe that was removed, or there's different reasons for anything, but that's fine. It still thinks we're almost full, but we're steering relatively hard, and we are getting to the point where we are kind of, let's see here, 0, sure. What's our map saying? 4 feet, that is fine. Where I'm kind of trying to find our little yellow signs that we had at some point, which are not standing out as much as I would like it. There's a sign, I see it. So we want to kind of get down there. Okay, we are sitting at 0 degrees. I think we're doing better than any of the other attempts that I've ever made at this. But we're probably also starting to run out of stuff here a little bit. Let's see, go straight. Uh-oh. No way. Ah! Ah! Go the other way. Ah, no, 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 no. Almost ran out of the track here. I have gotten stuck many times in this game. No, 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 actually, stop it. I do actually need to remove track when we're going that way, but if you're going forward, the track layer will actually automatically be set for not removing track. And once you have track on the ground, you can actually not build embankment over it, so you do have to get this kind of right the first time you get by it. There we go. Remove the right thing. Wonderful. So we're just going to take this back a little bit, and then guess what? We're going to go dig. That's most of the game, half of the time at least. So let's go over here. There is a little bit of dirt sitting right there. We can do all of this. Switch around, look to the left, and we're just going to do the exact same thing we just did a second ago. Let's see. That one? Is that one the right one? That is the right one. Perfect. So we're going forward. Everything is set up correctly. Now we're going to go that way. Get me a little bit of speed. And once we come out here, we can actually start digging down. There we go. How much do you want? Obviously enough. But dirt actually will start building up relatively fast, and we're going a little quicker than I want it to go. Almost empty. No, I want you to build down. Ah! We didn't do enough. Ah, there we go. There's the mountain that I was looking for. Perfect. Almost full. It already tells us that this is not going to go well. No! And this will happen. Turn that off. Go backwards. That is absolutely a function of you using the hyperspeed way too much. Don't be like B-Ball Joe. Do the thing where you can actually control the speed a little more. And what are you complaining about? Why? Oh, there was a little bit of rendering issue over there, and some of the track was still out. But this should all be fine. Let's start slowing you down. Go the other way. Track laying was changed. Oh. Not quite what I had in mind here. It removed a little bit of track that I didn't want it to remove. But maybe we'll be okay. We're going to find out here in just a second. But it's supposed to lay track. And track is being laid there and there. And the animation already has given up on me. I don't know when I broke it, but it certainly is broken now. Right, but we have some dirt, which is really what we attempted to do first time. We are at 4 meters, only 12 feet. This is feet. It's not European. It's American. Okay, we are at 12 feet, so all we have to do is just get up to 16 feet eventually. Steering is a little funky right here, and I don't actually want to get into that mountain because we were already full. This is not going to work. Ah! No! I did not mean to do this. Go backwards. Come down a little bit. There is a lower laying land right here, and I kind of want to get into that right now. With laying the track, you actually have the advantage of seeing where that line, that actual terrain line is sitting, so that is actually helpful. So let's see if we can actually make this bend to our will a little bit. We're going forward. That's good. Let's go forward just a tiny bit. Speed is double. I don't want that right now. And we're gonna, yeah. Oh, this will be easy. No problem. And we're at 2 feet. Can you actually go to like 0 to stay relatively flat for a little bit? Oh, super. Can go a little faster. There you go. Steer me in. Just want to try to stay on the semi-flat area that we have here because I can't dig. There we go. Slow this down so we can actually see something. There's the other yellow marker that we had. Go straight because there's another yellow marker that we had. And we probably want to go down a little bit because I don't have that much dirt with me. We're going to go up in grade again. There we go. This is actually looking like a really good run, besides the things that were not going very well earlier. But at the very least, this is too fast. At the very least, we're at least... It's too much dirt. Ah, no. I was just praising myself, knowing that I'm just going to shoot myself in the foot, because that's how it works. Go backwards. we may have just derailed. Let's see if it can figure out. Nope, we derailed, for sure. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. So all you need to do when you actually derail is waiting for this re-railing timer to run out. You can speed up the time a little bit, and it should put you back right on track. There we go. So that was me playing with the remove track tool at the exact wrong time, but obviously we can fix that. And all we really have to do is we have to get up on this ledge. That is the height that we want to get to. So the real trick here is watch the grade and see where the grade can be actually increased relatively easy. We're at 0 degrees now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start from here. Stop, remove track. There we go. It doesn't like to stop doing this if you are in at 0 speed. So we're at 0 grade. Good. Let's move forward again. Okay, and then we're gonna hit 2 degrees right away. I think we should have enough dirt for that to happen, to get us up on that ledge. And I do see that there's a lot of black around surrounding us here, color-wise. So it's probably hard to see on pictures, but I think I know what I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna try to build up now. As you can see, it's actually growing this again. This probably is a feature that makes this game most accessible to most players, because that was difficult to wrap your head around the first time we tried it, so I'm very excited about this. But we're getting up to 4 meters now. That looks good. We can actually start steering to the right because we are going high. That's what we want. 11. Almost full. Oh, come on. No! I thought we did it. Alright, let's fight this again. Yep, we can go backwards. We can remove that track, and I think that just translates to have to go higher than 2%. 2% wasn't enough. There's a tiny bit of room right there, but 2.5% will probably get us what we need. Starting here, slow down, go forward, speed up to slow down. There we go. We're already going forward, so that should be fine. Let's get us up to the track that we already had. And I don't even know if we have 2% here, because if we don't have 2% yet, this is still just all zero dirt. We can probably start going up the 2% from right here, and that should get us relatively close to where we want to go. I don't want to waste anything. Yeah, that's not going to get us there unless you try to hit that little area right there. No, that's already a mountain. So what could you do? You could go left a little before you go right. Let's do that. There's some room here where we can put a little bit of dirt. This is what that really translates to. Let's speed this up because we are going down uphill. It's actually slowing us down. That looks fine. Steer back. There we go. This may get us what we wanted for the 2% grade, which is still not the achievement version, but it will get us what we need. I have a feeling we're still gonna run out. Yep. Nope. This is not simple. And this is why the easy version is easier, because you don't have to worry about all of this. The dirt will just disappear for you. You don't have to do anything but drive slow. And I think, well, you'll find out that that is relatively frustrating. Okay, 2% grade is over now. Beautiful. Track laying that way, direction forward. Let's go. And we're just going to go to 3% because I'm done playing nice now. Okay. Let's see. That should get us up. Easily. Dirt-wise. There are other ways to solve this. Once you have money, which you're not going to have for a little while, you can absolutely get yourself a... wrong way. you can absolutely get yourself another dirt track, and that will do the same thing. It will solve your problems for you, no problem. We're at 19 feet now. We're really just kind of going over the hill here, apparently. You can actually come down. We're at 27 feet now. Oops. Overshot it again. But trains don't mind in incline grades, do they? No, probably not. But this, honestly, I've never gotten this far, so it will be interesting to see where we actually end up. But we want to go just about a degree down. Feels nice until we actually hit something that's useful. I will steer away a little bit because we do have to worry about a relatively aggressive turn in just a minute. And I don't know if we can do that with the 700 feet radius turn, so we're just going to try it with this one, but it's going to be probably all of it. Okay, we have arrived at the I stopped looking at the map because we hit the 16.5 feet already, but there you go. Let's do 0.5% here. 16, 16.1, 16.2, 16.3, 16.4, 16.5, 16.6, 16.7, 0 degrees. That's not gonna work. No. It's the end of the map. Come on. Oh, I thought we were doing more okay than what we did here, but what is the answer? Okay, the answer looks like we have to... Wow. We have to go, like, where that mountain was. We have to go by the mountain and then come all the way back here. Did we break this? That's interesting. I had no idea that that is a thing we can do. But yeah, we probably have to turn either there or we just allow ourselves a relatively sharp turn. I do feel that we want to get parallel to the edge of the map to make this work. So I think I'm going to start with that and just see how things go. First, we have to reverse. Then we have to remove track. We're also pretty much out of track now. Didn't expect to see that, but that's fine. So we may have to return to base in a little bit of time. Anyways, probably not right away, but relatively soon, probably. The other option is to actually come from that direction because the other ore mine is right there, but I don't think that is a really good option either. So let's see what we can do here with our 61% dirt in the bag. And maybe pay attention to your actual height so you can stop at a more appropriate level than where you stopped just now. Speaking of stopping, right here feels good. We're going to go to the right away. Direction goes forward. This all looks fine. We don't need to build a turnout because we're at the end of the track here. Go as right as you can with your 500 feet radius. 1% down feels appropriate right now. So let's just continue doing this. It's just really hard to judge how far you need to go out and how far you can go out with the edge of the map somewhere. But I feel like at this point we have to go the other way. Yeah, 19.5 feet. Got it. Doesn't feel terrible. I don't think we're gonna make it to where I want it to go. All right, that's fine. Track lane, just return this. Move this around. We already started turning back, so we just have to find a spot where we started not doing that, like right here. Stop. Very good. Go forward and turn a little better. There's a lot of fiddling involved in this. I have mentioned to the developer that it would be cool to have a couple more planning tools in your tool belt. The problem is what tools are gamey and what tools will help the game experience. Because you don't, like a survey tool would be cool, but how much of that can you implement without breaking the rest of the desired game features? Break because you're gonna run out of dirt here really fast. Also, you're already too low. No, it hasn't told you that you're gonna run out of dirt, so keep running then. It still hasn't told me. It has a good predictor on here, so I feel that we may be okay. And if I go up a little bit to our actual height that we want to get to, 16.2, 16.2, 16.3, 16.4, 16.5, 16.6, and 16.7, 0 degrees. Perfect. Then we have a chance to get there. Okay, so I have the turn now. We're actually going to make it. Pretty confident in that. I'm not sure that we're actually going to make it to the station yet because I don't know where the right approach is, but we're getting close to it. Also, stop. There's a broken map piece. Almost full, almost empty on track. Okay, that is honestly not a terrible thing right now because if we're empty on track, we need track anyways to do the rest of the thing. So let's remove track. We're gonna go backwards anyways. Go like this, go at triple speed, and we're gonna find somewhere where we can actually put our... What are you doing? Stop. Everything was perfect until you tried to destroy everything that you had right there. It seems like we have to dig just a little bit in the ground, but the thing that seems to be more the case is I actually need some more track. And you can derail easily. So 24 miles per hour on this track. I don't think we have any super tight turns, but let's slow down anyways. Yeah, this is fine. That's good. Cool. Let's get some track from the station. I like it. No, seriously, this has been... I've made it a lot further on this run than I ever did. I'm nowhere near the achievements. There's never achievements that you're never going to use a turnout, which is also wild because everything has to go right through here. And there are more than 3 industries that you have to aim for, so I don't know how that actually works. I'm sure there's a way, but here we are. Look, it tells you can get track here. That's what this means. There it's filling up. Wonderful. We still have a bunch of dirt sitting in here, so I will take care of that in just a second. You are now good. Okay, brake forward. Good. Wrong way. Very good. Go probably turn out to the right, if I'm honest. That's what we're going to do here, but you can't do it right where the station is. You have to do it a little bit after the station. Right here should be fine, but you also do have to stop. Let's build a turnout to the right. That looks good. Go run. Grade can be as much as you want. I don't want to get rid of all of it, but I do need to get rid of enough of it to make it to the end. I want to keep about 50%. That seemed like a good number earlier. So we're going to do the same thing. Now, we could probably run through this valley and get to the same destination, honestly. Now that I see this, maybe that is the better answer than the direction that I took. But that is for you to find out. That is not my problem. That is a you problem. Almost empty? That's not what I wanted. 25% is all I have left. All right. Lane track, removing track, brake, and go. Remember that earlier it actually removed a little bit of the track, so try not to run over your switch or turnout, depending where you are, too hard with removing track enabled. There we go. Stop. Faster. I don't know if you can tell, but the turnout is still there. I haven't mastered the art of removing those, but I don't think that we have to. Go forward. 25% of dirt should be indeed all we need. I cannot turn on much faster time because I have to hit the switch once. Otherwise we're going to derail, and I can only hit that switch once we pass the next switch. So it's not going to work. That one is the one we care about. So over the switch. Switch it. No time forward. Great. How fast can we go on this track? Are we going to derail? Because the AI trains also have, well, you can give them speed limits, but I don't know what those speed limits need to be. And they should only be applied to really sharp turns, which is also why you're supposed to run with 700 feet radius instead of the 500 feet radius that I am running with now. But honestly, who's going to judge? I went past my 16.5 or 16.7 feet height now several times, so just this one more time, it's not going to make a huge difference, right? 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 Now, how far did I remove track? Because it would be really cool if we could just continue the same steering angle that we already started with, because that should get us to our target relatively easy. And I think we are close to that. We're even maybe lucky and have our height. Nope, our height is a little below what we wanted it to be. No problem, but our turn radius, we have what we wanted. Okay, go up to 16, or to, I guess, half a degree is probably fine here. We don't have that much dirt to waste. But then there's some dirt that we're actually going to dig up right over there. 16.7, you're good now. Great. Okay, make it work. Get us there. Are you going to do it? Or are you going to fail? Right now, amount of dirt looks good. Angle looks fine. Wow. I can actually, that's the first time I can see those guys. I don't, let's go into this view and let's actually slow down hard. We have a little bit more steering action, but we're already overshooting. You see that? We are probably, well, we're a little off. And I can get a smaller radius. I should just get a smaller radius, otherwise I'm going to be here forever trying to make this perfect, and that is not what I do. That is not what this channel is about. You know what it says? Why is this 18.1 meters? You know what it says on the banner of the channel? It says, just play the games. And I mean that. I try to be helpful in showing you and helping you and telling you how you can play the game. And hopefully you enjoy that, but in the end, you are the only person that is responsible for having fun playing the game. So, you cannot escape your responsibilities. You have to have fun playing the game. Otherwise, people will stop making games and nobody's happy. So, and we don't want to go there, right? Good, great. Stop right here. I'm a little confused to see that our height now is 18.1 meter, because I am pretty certain that what we did earlier ended at 16.7 meters, but what do I know? So we're going to go down a little bit once we can. I don't actually want to go much, but, oh no, I do want to go a little faster than this because we're not actually doing something. How much dirt can we dig up? Let's go like this. Yeah, and this definitely will require... This is the one that I actually wanted. This will require a sign that tells our friends, 17.1, come on, you can do it. A little more steering, please. 16.9, 16.8, and 16.7, grade 0. Perfect. Stay there now. Don't go up to 18 feet again, please and thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, we are getting there. Yep, this is very tight. This needs to have a sign. I don't know what the speed sign should be here, but we're going at 6. So it probably should set it to 10 or below. And this is also another place where it really matters that you don't go too fast so you can actually see what you're supposed to be doing here. And this approach, we're just going to sit right here. Are you actually going to get us there? Yeah, it is middle. It looked like it wasn't quite the middle yet, but this is a landing. I like it. Okay, get us home. Do the thing. Steel mill gained a level. Sweet. Okay, stop right here. Let's set up our... No! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I can't believe you did that to me. I'm gonna send this error report. And as you can see, this is what we were supposed to do, but it's not letting me do the thing that I wanted to do. You gotta be kidding me. What is your guess on where our save is? So the game decided to not put us too far back. I want to see that darn train. So let's make the darn train actually work here. I don't understand why I did the thing, but please hold. so here we are again. There's a little bump in the road, and I'm not 100% sure why. Probably because I did not check the height when I redid this, but this is good enough. This is exactly where we want it to be, okay? So now, what I meant to do was hop off here, and hopefully this doesn't break everything, and tell the AI trains that at this point, they can no longer go fast. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Signal, no. Wrong way signal. Speed limit sign, yes. I would... Hold on. 10. Sure. No. Did it do it? Okay, I guess it assigned it there. When does the AI understand that that is supposed to be where they're going to do things? I have no idea, but at this point, we should be able to build a turnout somewhere in the area. I don't know exactly where yet. We can probably go past here, but that's not going to help us much. So let's go back. Everything looks fine. We have a little bit of track laying around here, so that's good. So let's get moving and test what we have going on. I don't like that bump, but I don't want to fix it right now. It's fine. And find a place that makes a turnout reasonable. And by reasonable, I actually mean reasonable. Do we actually need it? Is it useful? Is it something that we're going to do down the road? Because we have to assume that this steel mill, this is the only final destination industry for all of the trains, will eventually have multiple trains come in here at the same time. So it's probably going to be nice to have a turnout of sorts. I think I want to turn out to the left here. Did it do it? No, did not. We'll turn out. There we go. We're going to go that way and try to stay semi-close to what the track already is. And then put some one-way signs on there, and maybe the actual trains can understand what I actually mean by that. I don't know if that's a thing, but there's only one way to find out, and I don't want to steer all that far away from all of this. Actually, I'm okay with staying kind of straight, because for all I care, this can be the exit for our trains. It doesn't have to be the entrance. That's align a little more with the track that we have. We do have a higher turn radius now, so this should be easy. Let's get back into line with that thing. I'm assuming you are better off if you just use 0 degrees on your grade to make these things happen, just because it's going to be harder to get connected to this thing in the right way, but that's okay. We all like a challenge. So let's see, let's run this way. We're getting close to it. And the game does tell you, let's go like a degree down. Eventually the game does tell you when you're going too fast. When you are near a thing. And last time I did this was accidental, but it did actually place the switch where it should. And I think we're pretty close on actual... There we go. That's the connection I was looking for. We're pretty close on the height on this thing, so I felt pretty confident that this is just going to work. Get the switch in. Come on. Get me switching. There you go. You did it. Proud of you. Now we should be able to turn around here, go backwards a little bit. I'm going to place 2 more signs. I think I just heard the train behind me. It's doing the thing. Yes, there it is. There's our AI train. We did it. We did the thing. And it shows up just on time. What else did I want it to do? I wanted to put some wrong way signals. Unavailable on this map. Are you kidding me? No. All right. Well, that's your path to the station. Try not to derail. When AI trains do derail, they follow the same principle that you have. There we go. Now we can actually see this guy. And it didn't derail. Cool. You know what that means? We're going to get a little bit of money for this guy. And you know what that means? I don't know. It probably means something. There's a little ramp just to go woohoo. And we have arrived at the steel mill, and now we are good. Why? Oh, signals. I don't want a signal. I want the wrong way. There we go. The wrong way signals are allowed here. Why is a signal not allowed? That part, I'm not sure that that makes much sense to me. But that's fine. So that's what we have. Again, this was the first time that I actually managed to get through this thing. You're putting us on the right, apparently. Through this map as a whole. Sorry, not as a whole. There's still like 4 other industries that you have to get through. This was the first time that I was able to do the steel mill connection, and I am kind of excited about that. I hope you are as well, just a little bit maybe even, and even if you're not, that's also okay. But we do have our connection in, and there's our train coming through, and it's going to yell at us because you better take the right track. There you go. It flipped the switch to go straight. There you go. You did it. And then you're going to see us, and you'll be like, hey, what do you want me to do? To which I would say, hold on. Hold your horsey. How close can you get? I wouldn't mind if you come a little closer. Come a little closer. Just a little bit. I would like you a little bit closer because I want this to be a screenshot. But that is all I had. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you end up getting the game, let me know. Let me know what you think. Some things are a little funky. Some things are a little nice. I quite enjoy it, honestly. It does a lot of things well enough that it's very enjoyable to just play. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.